Have you ever wondered who is the most expensive tea maker and what is the most expensive tea in Japan? Then here you know it. Gyokuro is one of the most costly senchas available in Japan. Originally, the name referred to the tea produced by Yamamoto Yama. Yamamoto Yama's sixth owner, Yamamoto Kahei, discovered the tea in 1835. Another manufacturer finished the procedure at the beginning of the Meiji period. Yame produces more than 40% of Gyokuro, and in the National Tea Jury's August 2007 list of the best Gyokuro, Matcha won all spots from 1st to 26th. Yamamoto Yama, Japan's oldest tea company, has a rich history. When the Yamamoto family migrated to Tokyo in 1690 and opened a tiny tea shop that would later develop to become the Yamamoto Yama Tea Company, the world appeared somewhat different. The golden age of piracy was just beginning, and the first trading post had been built in modern-day Kolkata. Today, the Yamamoto Yama brand has not only survived, but also grown in popularity over the course of over 300 years. Aside from sencha, the most famous type of green tea is matcha, which is made of powdered tea leaves that are stirred into a frothy mixture. Over time, Yamamoto Yama's greatest accomplishment came in 1835, when the new proprietor, similarly titled Kahei Yamamoto, created a new sort of green tea called Gyokuro. Gyokuro varies from traditional sencha tea because it is protected from sunlight during the last stages of the growth process, which enhances its flavor. This works because green tea's flavor comes from an amino acid called L-theanine, which is broken down during photosynthesis. Placing the crops far from the sun prevents photosynthesis, resulting in increased quantities of L-theanine and a stronger umami flavor, making Gyokuro one of Japan's most valued and pricey teas. Yamamoto Yama expanded its company and began manufacturing nori seaweed in 1949, just 259 years after it was founded. The company has briefly been involved in the washi paper industry, which is a traditional sort of paper created from Japanese shrub fibers. Over time, the company has been developed to be a great standard. What is Gyokuro? Gyokuro, or jade-dew, is Japan's rarest and most costly green tea. It is only plucked from the finest leaves in the spring together, with some of the most concentrated amounts of tea's recognized health benefits. If you've never heard of Gyokuro, it's probably because you won't find this premium green tea on a store shelf or in tea bags. That's because it's typically soaked from loose leaves. Gyokuro is a shaded green tea from Japan. It varies from ordinary sencha, a traditional unshaded green tea, in that it is grown in the shade rather than in direct sunlight. Gyokuro means jewel dew in Japanese. How is Gyokuro made? Gyokuro is believed to have originated in 1835 with a tea seller. It's worth noting that another sort of Japanese green tea, hojicha, was created by an imaginative merchant. This tea trader wanted to test what would happen if he shaded sencha tea leaves in the same way that tencha, the tea used to make matcha powder, was shaded. Natural materials such as straw and rice stalks were used to make shading tarps that were stretched above tea bushes before harvesting to protect them from direct sunshine. Today, a more sophisticated approach employs synthetic netting. The importance of shading. The darkening time is normally 20 days, but it might vary. An Australian study discovered that areas with more direct sunlight require greater shading to obtain higher quality. A Japanese study released by Tea Research Journal showed how sunlight affects temperamental Gyokuro. It seemed that the longer it took to collect the leaves after unshading, the lower the general standard would be. Harvest and processing. The shading process has a significant impact on the chemical content, flavor, and smell of tea plants, as well as their health advantages. Apart from careful shading, further efforts are made to guarantee consistent quality. Gyokuro, for example, has distinctive characteristics in that it only has one annual harvest in the spring, generally in May. Other teas, such as sencha, can be picked all year, although springtime yields the best possible quality. After harvesting, Gyokuro goes through the same process as sencha. Steaming for less than a minute often stops the oxidation process, followed by fanning to drop the temperature and pressing, rolling, twisting, and draining to eliminate moisture. Finally, the unprocessed leaves are separated and cleaned up to ensure accuracy in the end output. How does Gyokuro taste similar? For those who have never tried Gyokuro tea before, the flavor may surprise you. Gyokuro's flavor can be characterized as umami, a flavor that's found in dishes like pork, mushrooms, and seaweeds. The shaded growth procedure promotes the creation of more L-theanine in tea leaves, an amino acid that enhances the umami flavor. If not soaked correctly, Gyokuro might have an absent and watery flavor. When done correctly, Gyokuro produces a highly savory and intense flavor. unlike comparable green tea. Maiko Tea, an award-winning Japanese gyokuro manufacturer, recommends sipping slowly and appreciating the tea to thoroughly absorb its unique taste. The health benefits of gyokuro. Drinking gyokuro, as you would expect from this type of high-quality tea, has numerous medicinal properties. The leaves are so highly nutritional that, unlike the other kinds, numerous individuals consume them after making tea. To begin, gyokuro green tea is an excellent choice for improving your focus. Although the leaves were shaded before harvesting, they have a high concentration of caffeine, however. The L-theanine significantly changes their effects. It helps the body to absorb caffeine more slowly, eliminating the strong boost and subsequent decrease in energy levels that certain individuals experience after drinking coffee. As a result, gyokuro tea might provide you with a more sustained and moderate level of awareness. Gyokuro, like other organic green tea varietals, contains high levels of vitamins, antioxidants, as well as minerals. So try your best to try some gyokuro, at least once in your life. If you have already tried it, don't forget to share your experience in the comments section below.